two, one. Hi everyone, and welcome to the Movieception Show. My name is Fariba, and we are awake for another episode of The Boys Season 5. We are more than halfway through Season 5. I know I'm a little bit tired because it's like 3 a.m. in the morning, but bear with me. I'm like slowly waking up. But there's a good reason why I am actually taking the time to be awake this early here in the Eastern Coast for the next episode of The Boys, because this is the episode that I've been waiting for quite some time now, and that is that this is going to be where we're about to have the big Supernatural reunion. So an episode where we're going to see Jensen Ackles, Jared Padalecki, and Misha Collins finally reuniting after what, it's been about 6 years since they were last together. I know, as I say, I speak of this as someone who's a huge Supernatural fan who's been following the original show for a long time, how much I've been waiting for this whole episode. I've been saying this week after week. I actually didn't even know which episode the Supernatural reunion was going to be. I never even, I actually asked my friend not to tell me which episode was going to be, because I actually wanted to kind of just wait for the moment to happen, and now we're finally getting there. And now, of course, things are heating up. We know for a fact that Homelander is really trying to become the Scott status, but after last week's episode, we just don't know a whole lot of what's happened with Soldier Boy, especially after that very vulnerable moment. Like, I think for a guy like Soldier Boy, we've really seen him being quite the toxic masculine guy, but I think that was like the first time we may have seen like Soldier Boy having one of his like low points. I mean, he was even crying out loud, which is actually perfectly fine. It's really great to see guys cry. I mean, it's very therapeutic, but for someone who has been really honing in on being a man, right? Like, that was like maybe one of the first times he's let his guard down. So I'm very curious to see how that's going to continue off. Like, what does this mean for his relationship with Homelander moving forward, and how that's going to play in terms of the rest of the season. I mean, we only have a few episodes left, and that's it. Like, the show ends, and I'm still kind of trying to process how this show is trying to reach that end line. So, and of course now this is the time to finally see him kind of, I guess, reach the horizons. And we know for a fact that I believe Jared Padalecki is going to play Marathon Man. That was something that he himself had confirmed accidentally, and so we know he's going to play one of the speedsters that were supposed to had competed against A-Train a couple seasons ago, and that just never went through. And I guess Jared Padalecki is now going to be playing that character, so I'm very curious to see how that's going to play on. We know he was previously a 7 character, or he used to be in a 7 ? So yeah, I think the biggest question mark is going to be Misha, of course. So that's something that we're probably going to get some answers to tonight. So yeah, I don't even want to wait any longer. I've waited for this for weeks now. So without further ado, let's get right down into watching the next episode of The Boys Season 5.
Range. The cowboys know America is God's country, and Americans God's chosen people. So shouldn't we have our own church for Americans? With American prophet, come home to the Democratic Church of America.
Oh, they even called him prophet. That's insane.
To Homelander.
All right. 22 points.
Oh, yeah. Soldier Boy's back.
Ages 36 to 54.
Yeah, I'm seeing massive growth myself.
Oh my God.
Church attendant.
And its chosen prophet.
Keep saying prophet.
Prophets.
That's just gross.
Our servants need to prepare America for my ascension. You must be honest. You must be direct. I like to say,
Religion is not about being meek. We should dominate the 7 mountains of society. Perfect would it be for your second coming to come on the day of Jesus' resurrection.
just confusing. I don't want my church getting involved in all that.
Exactly.
Oh,
Besides,
he's calling it
if we
church.
pull up our... Yes.
Oh, don't tell me it's like his Bible. Oh, please don't tell me that's the Bible. Please don't tell me that's the Bible. Oh,
We gonna drag
The Homelander.
oh, that is so fucked up.
It's got the
My
Old
exact
Testament,
reaction.
the New Testament, and American Testament, written by AI trained on the works of Pat Robertson. See, we need to pass the torch.
AI trainer.
from.
Something wrong?
Everything's peachy.
Who's Daytona, Florida?
We've been bleeding congregates to the Democratic Church of America, and what folks are sticking around, they're scared.
Why?
Because last Sunday, I called the sheriff, I called the mayor, I've called half of Florida. You're all I got left.
Yeah, you're gonna get
what I
nothing.
could do.
You gotta be able to do.
What?
Just because Homelander tells you that the sky is red does not make it so.
Someone called out the bullshit.
Still have that Jesus action figure.
Surprised you remember that.
And he is not God.
At least somebody's saying.
If you're the same Misty Tucker Gray that I taught the Bible to.
Question is she going to switch sides?
You think Homelander might be open to going easy on him? Just give him a little more time.
No.
I wouldn't ask if it was just anybody, but
It's fucking ridiculous.
Thank you.
really think so.
If he's a second coming, then what does that make me? Joseph? We talk about the biggest cuck in history. Man trades his best Sure as hell didn't come out of my balls. I gotta go.
At least he said the truth.
L.A. I fucking hate L.A.
I think I know what's gonna happen in LA. Mm-hmm. Wink, wink, wink.
Homelander know you're here?
Yeah, of course. Some of our church's followers generously donated their milk for our Savior's sustenance. I mean, he got to get his liquid gold from you. Yeah, he had to fly off to L.A. Strange you didn't mention
he's going to
anything.
LA too.
Well, I've been real busy working for his glory.
Witness and spreading the gospel. A real blessing.
Amen.
Amen.
A real blessing.
Oh, by the way, why you were so bent on holding it up?
I wasn't. I
Oh.
just wanted to make sure everything was just right.
Listen,
You to run with it top of show. He thinks with it being your home church and all, it'll make a strong statement. So I'll have
Yikes.
Chris load the new graphics.
Has become a hotbed of Starlighter infestation. And my old pastor, Reverend Gray, I heard stories
Oh.
about his fish fry Fridays and Homelander. They
She's gonna
deserve
crack by the end of the
the
season. isn't she?
Democratic Church of
you're looking at me like you want to suck my hog. So I'm asking if you would like some knee pads.
Oh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Oh. Everyone's getting a backstory today. Oh, this guy.
In what way?
Egomaniac. I heard he's a real baby.
He's a Jared Leto level baby bitch.
But you back. Don't listen to him, bro.
oh, shit. He talked.
Joke. That smell on his breath? It's because he's been clam diving. On clams.
What? I have not done that. I have
The
definitely
heck?
never
Is
done
this like
that.
an alternate reality
If you
type
really
of
want
thing?
to impress Homelander, bring me.
Goddamn.
Oh my god, Black and White's gonna be able to talk, guys.
Only Gilroy.
Uh-oh. Yikes.
You want to fuck me?
You want to fuck me like a good boy.
Oh no. We're even coming from a dog's perspective.
Hold on. Cumnut? Did I just invent a new word?
You know what? I am gonna do us all a favor and wash this. Tara,
Oh.
your boyfriend is about to become a virgin.
Wait, no. You can't have no chocolate, mate.
Yeah, get your own chocolate.
Oh, that was chocolate. No, no, no.
For what he did to my family. Yet, he's immortal. He's immune. Kind of fucking cosmic joke is that?
I made Kimiko the perfect French ribeye. You know, she loves my steak. And for dessert,
That dog better not be eating that chocolate.
I need fresh air.
He's gonna die if he eats that chocolate.
You and MM still
Oh,
think...
for fuck. I did let her die.
Look,
That's what I said. She ended up dying.
I know that Homelander comes first.
Wait, Tara, no. Boy, get out of there. Bloody hell. Is that chocolate?
Isn't chocolate bad for dogs?
For dogs.
What happened?
You poisoned my fucking dog.
No, no. Look, all you need is charcoal.
That's all right, all right.
Oh,
That's a good boy.
you gotta fuck me, and I'll give you
I can't believe Anthony Starr agreed to do this.
Fucking do that to me again, all right? Good boy. Now. Yeah.
Does she have it?
Man, those Ukrainians sure have a fucking mouth on them.
Oh fuck!
Remember,
so we're getting the Ukraine war involved.
Word's out.
Somebody tells me it's
you
not.
want a drink?
Mom, the whole time, you drew it out of me just to soften me up.
Did it work?
No, this is my fucking problem with you. I know you've been...
Two is the end.
The end of what?
The world.
Oh, she's
After
trying to
this
destroy the
soup
world.
killing virus. Oh, you bet I do. After Soups realize humans are behind it, all hell will break loose. Soups butchering humans, virus butchering Soups. Fucking World Wars. Which is why Homelander can't survive. That needy asshole would never give me a moment's rest. It defeats the whole purpose.
But is she being honest though? Is
Don't
the
worry.
question.
You're
a little guy. He brought me Stan Edgar.
Thank you, sir.
You may leave.
Oh, finally, finally, the moment's happening.
His heart rate steady as a rock. I'm starting to believe him.
That slippery fuck used to fetch my cocaine.
Even as a toddler, Homelander showed more promise than you ever did. Not that it amounted to much. When have you
I love
ever
he still puts insults.
that you can't even bring yourself to kill the ones who hate you? At least that's something he and I have in common.
Do you want to die, Stan?
Pregnant with all the eye fucking. Tempe, Arizona.
Is that supposed to mean something?
Well, I had the eggheads in crime analytics track down your granddaughter. Zoe. And her dad.
I may know someone who does. You should go and see Mr. Marathon in L.A. He's always had an intense interest. A delightful reunion.
Ooh, delightful reunion, I see.
Hooray for Hollywood.
That's quite the understatement.
Go out and Hollywood.
Homelander, it's really good to see you. Why? What brings you by?
Relax, we're just here to talk.
Yeah, great. Awesome.
My boys are back.
Wow, big fan. So, I actually popped my cherry in your underoos.
Nice. So you were part of this.
Well, you're only the world's fastest man as long as you're
Oh
the
my
world's
God, oh my God, oh
fastest
my God, oh my
man,
God.
champ, and you got slow.
It was one race. You never gave me the chance to win it back, boss.
I remember that.
Gross 35 mil.
On a $200
Vampire.
million budget. These aren't even bought films.
Supernatural.
What's the difference? These were made were washed up.
And I save half on their TVs. And maybe we're
Ghost
not part
Runner
of the official
2.
ECU, and maybe we can't mention Bob.
Lots of Supernatural references.
About Hero.
Oh, Supernatural.
Did you guys hear? They rounded up
Kumail.
Steve, Macaulay, Joaquin.
What the fuck, Mel Chemical? Get your boys in check, huh?
Just because I'm a soup doesn't mean I truck in that fascist shit.
We need to do something. Counterpoint.
Collect their fucking residuals.
They're very engaged.
Look, here's what we do. We all post about this simultaneously on Instagram.
Yes.
Black squares on the main feed.
Black Lives Matter.
Oh
get
my
black
God.
squares.
Fuck, right?
By some fucking group.
What about white?
Well, I'll get Lena Dunham to write an editorial for The Atlantic. That'll really
yeah,
That is
she's a
great
great
readership.
writer,
She's a very
universally
persuasive. What's up?
Homelander, Soldier Boy. Wow, I'm Will. Remember me? I'm the
Oh my
one
God,
who
oh my God,
turned
oh my
in
God.
Channing Tatum.
Oh.
You come to the right place.
Oh, Sammy. Sammy knowing everything.
Here you go. Dr. Vaughn was a titan, a visionary.
He was a pansy with a German accent and sweaty palms.
Yikes. But they're Stormfront. Oh, this is really setting up Walt Rising.
I don't. But Bombsight does. He does.
That piece of shit's still alive?
Yeah, he was my best. And I'll call him. He'll fly right over.
Oh my god, Sam and Dean doing the sea.
Let's get this up in Bogota where you were taking a bit.
Oh my god, Misha.
I just pretend to like it for my brand so I can sell ashtrays to suckers.
Whoa.
Yo, Homelander. 6 times. Malchemical. Make deadly gases. Did that whole campaign with Gas X.
Oh my god, he's not using his deep voice too.
Let's suck him off, right? He spent 2 hours talking to her about Nietzsche, then left when she stepped on his cape.
Oh, that fucking cape.
Like a baby with a blanket. Pretty sure he jerks off into it. Probably why it's so stiff.
My boys are together.
Say that again. Very soon, gentlemen, you are going to pay for your sick posts and your hateful memes. Especially the memes.
We really should round up Michael Cera.
Homelander.
Who's memorable
What
now?
did he just do?
Easy. I mean, they're rounding up everybody cool. All the hookers, the drug dealers.
They want to ban porn. I mean, they want to ban fucking abortions.
Okay, well, banning abortion would be a big problem for me personally.
Exactly, for all of us. So if we are asexual weirdos, you know, we can go back to fucking and being fucking awesome.
Look.
Oh my
We
god.
know you've got that fucked up chest blast thing. I mean, I was at Hero Gas and I saw it. Just
He's my fucking asexual weirdo.
Oh my god, this is so weird.
Nobody fucks my son but me.
What?
That came out wrong.
Uh-oh. He just killed Misha. And he just beat up. That was Will Forte that he just killed. Oh my god. Oh, Craig is dead too.
I don't know the address.
Shut up. Shut up. I'm not gonna kill you. Go.
Oh! Dang it, they got Kumail too.
No!
I didn't mean to.
I don't want to die, man.
It's gonna be okay. I'll remember
That was
you
quite the
every
bloodbath.
time I watch An American Pickle.
What?
Oh!
This Bombsight
Down your throat.
That'd be like trying to shove 2 grapefruits through a garden hose. Does Bombsight have the V1s?
Oh, God! Yes, okay, yes, that part was true. I swear to put. Please.
Oh my god. They just killed Jared.
What happened?
Because fuck them. That's why. I don't think this micro prick was lying. Bombsight has the V1.
The world.
How's sex with my father? Is he good at it? I need you to collect your things and leave.
He just
I
ditched
do
you
believe
that
in
much.
you. Empathy. God. My Lord. That look you used to get when you'd suckle me. I love you. We all need love, don't we?
Oh, you're a dead woman. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Wow. What a really interesting episode. I think there's a lot to really digest. I think I have to go one by one. So, let's be honest here. Eric Kripke was not kidding when he said that this is going to be a bloodbath of a season. And I'm actually happy that there's somebody, or there's at least a showrunner who isn't chickened out to really take these bold risks, because I know a lot of shows these days, they try to minimize the amount of casualties, especially with any like main characters that we usually have. But I think in a case like The Boys, it's quite inevitable. Like it just feels like it wouldn't be as much of the show without the bloodbath in a way that a lot of shows haven't really taken into consideration. So again, I have to give props to Eric Kripke for not simping on or really pulling back on the bloodbath. I mean, this episode was like, I think the most that we've seen like a long time, which again, we'll just dissect a lot about that. I'm not gonna lie though, I think initially when we're getting into this episode, I was a little concerned because I thought we were just going a little bit too deep into, no pun intended, too deep into a lot of the characters' background. It looks as though that they're not just any kind of visions that we're seeing. Like there are actually moments of like a character's background. So we got to see Black Noir, or at least this is the new Black Noir, Firecracker, Sister Sage, etc. Of course, Soldier Boy being the key one that gave us a lot more insight into what's going on with the whole V1 situation. And so, initially speaking, I was a little bit concerned. I will say though, it's like that's actually a very, cool way to kind of finally shift the focus from Homelander and Butcher, and then try and put a little bit of a creative twist with it. So I'll give props to that. I initially was like thinking, oh my god, like, I mean, this is a pretty cool episode, but like, is this something that we need right now for like season 5, considering that we need to take all the time we need to build out the rest of the season? So I was initially about to like give that analysis at the end of this episode, which of course, again, thankfully was made up for by the last 20-25 minutes. But that was something that I was a little bit concerned about, because I believe this is now episode 5 and we only have 3 more episodes after this, so there aren't that many episodes left to conclude and close out this whole series, right? And I feel like we're still kind of in the beginnings of really unlocking what is left of this whole mission, whether Homelander is going to get his hands on V1 and become God, or the boys finally stopping him and unleashing the virus, or will something else really happen? And so it's taken a little bit of time. And it's like, this makes me wonder if maybe another season may have been sufficed, just so that there could have been, a little bit more space to then allow a little bit more creative episodes like this one. But I will say, I think once you get through the rest of this episode, you start to see a little bit more of like what is the background of the story. And so, yeah. Like that we kind of got, I like the style. I wish it could have been something that I would have done earlier, but I will say, at least once we get to the Soldier Boy part, oh man, I don't think I kept my eyes off the screen, because wow, we got that supernatural reunion, the big supernatural reunion that we all been waiting for, with Jared, Misha, and Jensen together. Lots of supernatural references. I mean, just the ghost hunter, the vampire hunter. I was like, okay, this is all supernatural. We know this is all supernatural. But I'm sure, I think a lot of questions were like, what would be the dynamic between the 3 guys? Now, I'm kind of glad they didn't go all like gimmicky on it. Like they didn't play like Kansas or anything like that. It's still a boys episode, but with, with a fun bit of like supernatural reunion, which is great. And we've been hearing a lot of supernatural references throughout this whole season. I mean, I've been catching them myself, especially the whole cult reference. And so it's really nice seeing them back. I mean, you can even tell, like, right in the moment that, you see Jared and Jensen just talking to each other, like, you're like, oh my god, like, you're already getting those, like, brotherly vibes once again that you really miss from Supernatural. I mean, it's been, like, about 5-6 years now since that show had ended, so it's really great seeing that we're getting a lot more of those similar vibes, those similar dynamics from long ago. It's like we haven't seen that in such a long time, and just to see them kind of hitting off so easily, I mean, it was just so heartfelt just to see them, just the 2 of them in the room together. Of course, when Misha showed up, it's a completing the whole trio. And I think we got, what was it, he's like the gas person, right? I don't know much about his super role, but it was nice seeing the 3 of them together. I wish there could have been a little bit more interaction between the 3 of them, because it just felt like the moment that we got Misha involved, it was just a little bit of like a quick reference. And then of course, I mean, it's kind of surprising. I think a lot of us thought that he was the one that kind of got, you know, explosivo, boom boom. But it's actually not him, which is kind of like, I thought was really him, because that would have been kind of like a reference in a way to Supernatural, because that's something that happens a lot with Castiel. So the fact that they actually didn't do it with him, but did it with the other characters in the room, so other celebrities that were in the room, like Will Forte, Craig Robinson, Kumail Nanjiani, Seth Rogen, kind of surprised how they went all that. And then we kind of got a little bit more of those like Easter eggs in a way, because we're hearing about Bandit, Luke, Mark Hamill, Jennifer Lawrence, all those kind of stuff. So it's nice hearing that we're what kinds of characters are in the Boys universe. But that being said, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit underwhelmed with what they did with Misha, just because he was just kind of there. But I will say, at least I was happy with what we got between Jared and Jensen, and how we now know that Jared is the Marathon Man, the guy who was previously in the 7, but then lost his job to A-Train, from what I gather. But I think what's even more surprising is the fact that we get a little bit more of this insight with what it feels like to be a civilian in a sense. I mean, let's be honest, they are still celebrities, but they are civilians who have their own thoughts about what's going on, how Homelander has basically taken hostage about everything that's happening in America, and the fact that, you know, each of those celebrities were trying to kind of, in a way, become starlighters. And then not only that, but to hear that Marathon Man himself has some kind of vendetta against Soldier Boy. I don't think we would have imagined that was going to be the case. I mean, I like the fact that they do have him connected to Bombsight, because I think we've been hearing a lot about Bombsight in the last couple episodes now. And I mean, of course, again, he's a character that is going to show up in Vought Rising very soon. So we know for a fact that we're getting kind of the pieces and clues to the upcoming prequel series with Jensen Ackles, Aya Cash. I know they already casted the actor for Bombsight. I don't remember his name at the top of my head, but the show itself is coming out next year. So they're already like kind of hinting us that this is going to be the next thing that we have, although it's going to go back in time. And even not just that, but we've been seeing Soldier Boy having like thoughts about Stormfront, which again is making me wonder, like, am I about to have this whole incest revelation that's about to happen? I don't know. I feel like it's getting closer and closer to that moment, and that's gonna be and I feel like at some point it's going to get confirmed, which would be the most I don't know. I feel like they're kind of planting that as a potential big reveal. Who knows? Maybe I'm just thinking too deep to it, or maybe it's just a case where Soldier Boy actually had feelings for someone, because I mean, he is kind of like a womanizer, but the way that he's looking at Stormfront, it's like he seems different, right? I mean, she did end up marrying this a-hole, but I do wonder like what's going on in his head as he keeps seeing like a vision of Stormfront, thinks about her, etc. So there's something about him that's going on top of his head with regards to Stormfront. But also I think a key moment just watching this episode is Soldier Boy finally backing Homelander. I don't think we all ever would have imagined that. I mean, we knew for a fact that there was going to be a complicated dynamic between the two of them, because I mean, initially he was going to side with the boys and, you know, unalive Homelander and an extension his grandson, but that of course got stopped because he was about to go after the grandson, Ryan, and then all that tussle happened in season 3. But the fact of the matter is that he's finally kind of accepted the fact that Homelander is his son, and now that he is willing to fight for him, I think that is a huge, big transition. I guess you can say a big transition in terms of what's happening with this whole dynamic that we have between Soldier Boy and Homelander. Now there's obviously the question of, is this something that Soldier Boy is just doing for the sake of it, or is he actually trying to put a little bit more effort into being the father to Homelander because he wasn't there for him this whole time? And I mean, a lot of people are saying a lot of crap about him, and now it's just like, you know, with Soldier Boy keep consistently hearing about people criticizing him, it's like, is this the time that he's finally coming there to finally be on his side? And I mean, I wonder again, like, I mean, mean, I'm sure at this point and at this stage that maybe he is actually going to help out Homelander to get the V1. Who knows? Or maybe this is just a trick from him. We'll probably see a little bit more of that. But as of right now, from the looks of it, it does seem as though that he is siding with Homelander. But again, who knows what's going to happen? So, but of course, if there's one person who does have the V1, we now know it's going to be Bombsight. I think I'm going to assume probably by the next couple episodes, we'll see him. Now, as to how the boys are going to be able to counter him is going to be the biggest question mark, because they don't even know about Bombsight, or maybe they are trying to look for him. Who knows? I mean, we did see kind of a little bit of them in this episode where they're kind of just doing their own thing, but also trying to figure out the whole soup virus thing. And you do see kind of a little bit of a quick reunion between, or a quick reconciliation between Huey and Butcher. But again, things could have been a little bit more developed on that side. But I think a lot of the more strong suit has been the whole Soldier Boys side of the arc, and Homelander and Extension, just because we know that they're kind of the big focal point, and seeing how their dynamics going to change over time. But now it's just a matter of seeing how that's going to impact the season up until the finale. Now, of course, I think the other big revelation that we had is your sister Sage. Like, we knew for a fact that she had some kind of idea that you know, her trying to help out Homelander was never really any sort of plan that she had. It's not something that she actually genuinely had any feelings for. I mean, there's something that she definitely had something behind her head, that she had some kind of master plan that she's trying to execute, because she is Sister Sage, right? She's just like, she has something that she wants to do. And now we know for a fact that what she's trying to do is to basically end the world, but of course not through her means, but using basically every factor on hand to then set the chain reaction to then set in basically the end of the world, which wouldn't just, you know, be the end of the soups, but also humans as well. And so the fact that that's what she's trying to do, I think that's kind of the big revelation. The fact that she's hoping that, and then the fact that Homelander doesn't get to the V1, I think it's going to be the key part. I think that's going to be the biggest question mark going into the final episodes, whether or not he does get access to the V1. And if that does mean that he becomes this godlike figure, or they fall short. I mean, I still think that, you know, going into episode 5, there's still a lot more the season still has to get through, and yet there's only 3 episodes left. And I get where this could be the most frustrating part, is just that we've only just kind of started the season, and yet we still have so much to cover. Now, hopefully it won't jeopardize in a way that it would hurt the pacing. I think it's been alright so far, but it's definitely not the strongest season half now that we've gone to episode 5, because we've just been hunting for the V1, but we haven't really gone to it, and we haven't seen the aftermath of that. But I'm gonna try and keep my hopes, and, you know, have my faith in Eric Kripke. That's like quite the interesting word to use, but keep my faith on Eric Kripke that maybe he has some kind of plan, because as I said before, I think with Supernatural, because again, that was a show that was supposed to be just 5 seasons, and season 5 was going to be the end, and I think the way that he concluded the last 2 seasons was absolutely phenomenal. Like, you can tell, like, there was a complete story on hand, and that almost every episode had some kind of purpose. But of course, back in those days, they had like about 20 to 23 episodes per season, so there was enough time to kind of go through those stories, give enough development for those, and allow, you know, a very satisfactory, even if it is a very sad ending, but it was an ending that, you know, it made sense. Like, it really circled back. And whereas this show, we only get like 8 episodes per season. I mean, that has been the norm, and that's been the norm in you know, with shows in general these days. And I think this again raises the conversation nowadays about, you know, we have been seeing shows being shortened by like 8 to 10 episodes. Maybe some might be as lucky as 12. And then we're seeing kind of how that compromises the quality of like the whole season, the storytelling, the arcs, especially when you have a show like The Boys where there's so many characters to cover, and it's just like there's so much you can do with just 80 hours of content. And I mean these are hour-long episodes, so there's already a lot of time dedicated to giving all this short time, and yet it just feels like so that we still kind of in the beginning, or like we're still just getting to the beginning of the end of the series, and we haven't really gone to kind of like the rising action, or at least not in the rising action that we would have anticipated. But we'll see. Again, we still have 3 more episodes. Maybe the last 3 episodes will go by very quickly, or the last 3 episodes will be so tight that it will make up for a very satisfactory ending. Who knows? But we will say this: we've lost Firecracker. I mean, I feel like that was kind of foreshadowed for a while that she might not make it through the end. And I think this episode specifically really focused on, or even foreshadowed the fact that she may not have much time on this series, because now she's having doubts about her faith in Homelander, the fact that she is trying to campaign for him, but at the same time you can see how there's some doubts, how, you know, because of the situation with Daytona, that now she's kind of, you know, second guessing whether or not she even wants to do any of this anymore. And despite her attempts to win over Homelander, we saw what happened, right? I mean, Homelander didn't really give a crap about Firecracker, which is something that has been implied for a long time. I mean, no one really took us seriously, and Homelander's still not taking her seriously, and we saw basically her demise in this episode, which I feel like was anticipated. I feel like she wasn't going to make it to the end of the season just because she was just a piece of a puzzle that could easily be replaced. Like, she was a replaceable person, which I'm sure is going to be replaced by David Dick's character, because he has, you know, the Faith group. And again, huge bloodbath. I mean, let's just talk about again the Supernatural reunion and those moments. I mean, the amount of bloodbath I did not expect. It's so funny just to see Seth Rogen, because he is one of the producers of this show. So for him to now be on the show, and then, well, because we already saw him before, I think, and then of course for them to unalive him, and it's just like, well, he's the producer of the series. It's like, it's just so meta in a way, but yeah, what a bloodbath that was. And they made sure that Jared was never going to come back for any future episodes. So this was clearly just a cameo, which it sucks in a way, but at the same time, you understand why. I mean, there isn't much else they can do. And I think this is one of those cases where Eric Kripke is now making it clear that, you know, anything with Jared is done right here. Whereas, like, of course, with Supernatural, you know, Sam did go into the cage with Lucifer, went into the cage with Michael, but then he came back, right? And then this is a case where it's like finito. This is a finito, like a complete reversal of what we had to deal with Supernatural season 5. So I don't know if that was on purpose. Who knows? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was it's just something that I'm kind of just digging a little bit too deep into. But even that being the case, I still enjoyed the fact that we got this mini reunion. I wish there could have been a little bit more with Misha's character. But even that being the case, I think my big question mark is that are we able to get some really solid episodes for the next 2 weeks up until the series finale, because we only have 3 episodes left. So, and I feel like we're still just kind of getting to the meat of the main story, and we haven't really gotten to the point where things are really escalating as of yet. Or, I mean, yes, things are escalating, but not in a way that you would imagine by the time we get to episode 5. So, yep, I think that's all I have to say about this episode. Again, the one episode I've been waiting for, and I mean, it's pretty decent. Love the Supernatural reunion, and I think we finally got a lot more revelations. But I don't know your thoughts having seen tonight's episode. What do you think about the fact that, you know, Bombsight's still alive? What is this implying in terms of not just the future of the series and just the moments leading up to the series finale, but what does this mean for Vought Rising? We know for a fact that Sister Sage has her own plans. Are we going to see more of that unravel? Is there at some point that she might be siding with the boys? Who knows? What do we think about the fact that Soldier Boy is now finally helping out Homelander? Is that genuine, or is this just a way for him to kind of get closer up until the point where they finally get in touch of the V1? We see a little bit more of a reconciliation between Huey and Butcher. What does this mean for the future for them? Will Butcher himself reconsider maybe getting the V1 to save himself, because we know that he's technically dying, yet could this be the cure for him? And any other thoughts, concerns, maybe other theories about how the show is going to end? Let me know your thoughts below. Make sure to like and subscribe.